Yeah, just wanted to record this. Yeah, thank you. So next one is about, we talked about data capturing tools, and once we capture the data, it is more about sharing and also the controlling, right? The controlling the devices and all those aspects. Um, Yeah. So if you, I don't know how many of you listen to this word of Internet of Things. It is We have talked about a lot of devices now, the collection of devices, right? So if we connect all these devices to a particular cloud or a internet, we call that as a Internet of Things. It can be people, or it can be lot of devices on the farm, or above the farm, that is collecting data. If we And also to the controller, basically, if we collect all this data from all these devices, and also use this data to comprehend it, and then actually control it. For example, controlling any device, you can remotely control any device, basically. You can sit at your home and control that device because it is connected to the internet, right? Internet, and also to, there is a access to the microcontroller. So once you have this control, then we call this as Internet of Things. Basically, uh, uh, it is the real time monitoring and control. It enables the data driven decisions to enhance productivity, efficiency, and sustainability. It also helps you not only to take the decisions but also to act upon it, uh, maybe physically or even through the devices as well, automated as well. Automatically the device can take a decision based on the data it is collecting. So we are listening a lot about automation on automated intelligence, right? So it is the first layer is the Internet of Things, and then using the data we do some automation, or even we can take our own action as well. So these are some of the application examples. One of the application example is grain storage management. You put some kind of sensor to the grain. It is a grain silo where after the harvest, mostly I think it is there in the Western markets, where the huge amount of grains will be stored in this particular silo. So it is important to maintain certain temperature and humidity inside this silo. So it may not be always possible for a person to actually test this environment inside this silo, right? So once you put the sensor inside it, uh, uh, that sensor will actually figure out what is the humidity and temperature inside, and it will automatically control the aerator or the fan controller, which will actually increase the temperature or reduce the temperature. So uh, uh, so this is the fan controller. Based on the data collected by the sensor, the fan will automatically turn off or turn on to maintain the required temperature and humidity inside the silo, so that there will be a more shelf life for the produce that is there inside the silo. So this is one of the examples, and another example, I think recently coming up is, you can see a device here, this blue color device. It is actually tagged to the ear of the calf. So it will monitor, basically it will monitor various elements or various factors, health related factors of the calf, so that we can identify any kind of challenge with the calf much faster than in the later stages, to take the appropriate action so that the health of the calf is stable, and it will gradually lead to the better productivity in terms of the milk, or whatever, in the long term. Yeah. The next stage is precision agriculture. So once we have all this data, or remote sensing, IoT based, sensors based, we will collect all this data and then use this data basically to optimize the crop production and management. This is what precision agriculture is about. It is giving the plant exactly what it needs, and in a timely manner. Okay, so that means, for example, in conventional systems we used to have the uniformity, right? We just uniformly distribute the fertilizer everywhere on the field, without understanding what is the requirement for a particular spot of the field, what is the particular requirement for of NPK in a particular area of the field, right? Even the water is also the same. So we don't give water as much as needed for the plant. We usually give uniformly everywhere, but either it is flood irrigation or a drip irrigation, right? So, but with this kind of data and controllers, uh, we can actually precisely give what is needed for the plant, and what fertilization is needed in a particular area of the field. Accordingly, we can take the decisions and do it precisely. So it will have uh, impact on resource conservation. We don't have to waste resources, and at the same time, it will have an impact on the productivity. So this is basically followed not only on the can be possible not only on the land, soil based, but also in the hydroponics and other kind of urban agriculture based systems as well. So this is one of the application of precision agriculture, which is case of Nile works. It is from the Japan. So it is a drone based solution. It automatically sprays the optimal amount of agrochemicals and fertilizers on the crops. uh, Currently they are focusing on the rice. So it in real time, it will just go on the field, and it will see what is the growth status of the plant, and based on that it will spray the chemicals precisely, not uniformly, how much ever it is not more than what is required. So that is one of the examples. And precision agriculture, it is another example is automated irrigation system by Heliot.ai. So this system, once we place it in the field, the sensors will collect the soil moisture data, humidity, and the sunlight. It will collect various weather, climate, temperature, all this data. It will collect all this data. Based on that, it will switch on the motor, basically the irrigation motor, or switch off the motor based on the requirement of that particular field at that particular time, right? So it will switch automatically switch on or switch off the motor without the need for intervention of the manual intervention of giving the water to the field. So it is again the precise irrigation, precise water management. And another thing is automated weed killing lettuce bot. This case we have discussed in the course as well. This is actually killing the lettuces which are not of particular size, right? So only the lettuce which has grown good and a good amount of size uh, will be uh, uh, will be there, and the lettuce which is not at the optimal size, after a certain period of time, this bot will actually find out that particular plant, and it will actually kill it using the laser technology or something like that. So this is a precise weed management, basically, we can say. And finally, it is about platforms, right? So with the technology, we also have the platforms to connect with everybody. It is not only about data, we will also share the data, and also we will also connect with the various people, which is not possible before. It will give access to, even if you have talk about inputs, you will have more access to the inputs with the digital platforms. If you talk about output, you will have more access to the buyers. To Even for the buyers, they will have more access to the sellers as well, because of the network effects. One of the example is Apollo Agriculture, where they are actually using phygital mode to provide farmers with access to inputs, advisory, financing, and insurance services. So they are not only relying on the digital aspect as well. They are also leveraging their agent network. Basically, they have their own inbuilt agent network, agent team, which will work with the farmers, who will work with the farmers basically, and they support them in actually in digital accessibility, in improving the digital accessibility to the inputs or even to the financing. And Apollo Agriculture is also partnering with agro dealers, input dealers, so that they will have access to the right quality and better quality inputs, and those inputs uh, will be will be sold to the farmers through this agent network, using this digital interface as well. Uh, yeah. So this is about Apollo Agriculture, one of the case where it is where there is a possibility of providing the better accessibility to the inputs and also to the financing using the digital plus physical uh, mode. Yeah. So I hope you have got some idea about Agritech, or if you have already known it, maybe you have a good brush up of what the technology is all about. Of course, it is not the comprehensive and everything is not there, but I think we have touched upon the most critical aspects of AgTech in these 20 minutes. Yeah, any questions at this point in time? Is it all clear for everybody? Any questions or any feedback you want to give me? Anything that is not clear? If you are okay with going ahead, you can just put the thumbs up. I will go ahead with the next stage of our discussion, which is Q&A interactive workshop. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Is there anybody who would like to ask any questions? Anything? Yes, Stephanie, are you okay? Shall I go ahead, Stephanie? Thumbs up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In area where I think Shaibu is asking a question, in area where internet penetration is low, how can the technology is their alternative? Is the question. Okay. Anybody wants to discuss on that particular question before we start with the interactive workshop? Maybe for 2 minutes, we can discuss on that particular question by Shaibu. Yeah, Shaibu, would you like to come on the mic and share your question?
Hello.
Yeah, Shaibu, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation, incentive technology you are revealing to us. What I wanted to know is, agriculture, especially within the developing economies, is mostly a rural phenomena where internet penetration is low. So if such a technology is going to be rolled out or used by farmers, how can it be efficient in those areas where
Hmm.
internet penetration is low, even if it is available, it's not stable?
Great, excellent, excellent question, Shaibu. Yeah, anybody wants to answer that?
E-
Yeah, Olusegun,
Hello.
please. Yeah, please go ahead,
Okay.
Olusegun.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Fantastic and good one. With your presentation first.
Yeah,
Now,
thank you.
yeah, I've had experience to work on IoT solution. I've researched IoT solution for agriculture, with particular attention on poultry farms. But I think with the question Shuaibu had, if there is little or no broadband services around that place, we could use USSD solution. USSD is unstructured supplementary service data solution, where there could be a code sent, and that code is an unstructured code, star XYZ hash, and automatically the farmer or whoever needs information can get real-time information. It might not be a digital-based information as is expected, but if the information is what the farmer could read, probably weather situation, probably currently the situation of diseases with respect to specific class of livestock, or if there is a pest infestation, there will be an update, there will be a quick update, which could help the farmers, and there could be a solution. We can leverage USSD solution. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, great.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Silidio, would you like to share something, or you are fine?
Okay. Can I share something?
Yeah, sure, please.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Olusegun, for the answer. I'm asking this question because of late there's conflicting interests between farmlands and estates. So most of the big, we are managing one big rice farm because of the urbanization. So they tend to go far away outside the city or town where internet penetration is low. We're looking at developing a big rice farm with processing and silos and other infrastructure. With such those areas is even at the behind one of the biggest lake, so we even have to use boat to cross. In that, I was intrigued with the silo system, checking moisture content and added. So with that one, I was looking at how possible such a technology can be deployed to that area, looking at the size of the farm we are considering.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, listen,
Hello?
please. Yeah, please.
Apologies to interject. Yeah, I just got his question now. And I think I'm now clear with the question he asked. The question he asked was if there is lack of broadband penetration, internet access, then looking at what he wants to do, set up a large rice farm. By now, we have satellites. We have satellite that has been launched. India has launched a great deal of satellites. You have Elon Musk that has launched satellites. You can leverage solutions from Elon Musk and develop a satellite internet solution where you can leverage all of this. With satellite internet, everything works. You understand, and you can leverage all what has been rolled out here for us to know about
Yeah,
Agritech. I think that will be fine. You have a very big farm. You should have money to install a satellite solution. You understand, satellite broadband solution, which is far a better choice than you laying fiber cable onto your farm or leveraging the unreliable mobile internet. You get what I'm saying? Thank you.
yeah, great. Thank you, Olusegun and Shaibu, for those comments. So basically, I think mostly, if I could answer for 1 minute for the particular question. So Uh, so I think there are definitely technologies, as Olusegun is saying, and at the same time we need to also think about what is the feasibility of adoption based on the various factors, as Shaibu has mentioned, like internet penetration. What if there is no internet penetration there? So now there are. So we need to think about, maybe the high level technology solutions may not be relevant for that particular for that particular field, so that where you can do everything real time, but at least there will be some basic technologies that can be used. For example, you can just use a normal mobile phone. It is not even a smartphone. You can just use a normal mobile phone to basically just send a message to a particular device, so that that device will act in a particular way on the field, right? So you don't need internet for that. So once you don't have the internet, it will rule out lot of technologies to be used on the farm. As Olusegun also has mentioned, there are satellites as well. You can use the satellite-based information to, maybe you cannot control the devices on the field, but you can take the decision making. You can actually have whatever data that you can capture with whatever technology that you may have. If if there is no access to the internet, and maybe you don't even have access to the devices as well, right? So then you need to think about what is the if you don't have the accurate information, at least some information, so that you can take maybe 60% better decision based on that. So so you need to think in a stage by stage basis. I would say it is always about benefit versus cost, right? It is not in some cases, even if you have the internet penetration, you cannot use the technology there, because the benefit versus cost aspect would not work there sometimes, right? So just because you don't have the internet as well, it doesn't mean that you cannot do anything about digital agriculture, because it is always about taking having some compromise on whatever data you are having. Maybe you would not have the granular data that is that you can take out of that field, but you can have the remote sensing, the from the satellite data as well, is very useful for you to take some form of decisions, right? So yeah, I think that's where even if it helps in your decision making, that's fine, right? Even if you are not able to control the devices through internet as well. So that's how I think you need to think about it, like what is the context, and then what is the benefit versus cost analysis, and of course whatever Olusegun is suggesting is also a possibility. But if before that happens, that might take a longer time, that is not under your control, right? So whatever is in your control, you need to think about those kind of solutions, and then you need to think about whether employing that particular solution would actually help you in having a better productivity and profitability, right? So I think I hope that was clear, Shaibu. Is that helpful for you, Shaibu? Yeah,
I'm
okay.
not the one that asked the question, but it's clear for me also. I
Yeah,
strive that asked the question.
Yeah, it's succinct. It's clear. It's thank for the input.
yeah. Thank you. Let's move ahead with the session. I think that was a great question by Shaibu. Yes, Stephanie, you have anything to say? I think I have not given you the chance to speak. Would you like to share something before?
Okay, I think it was covered by Mr. Olusegun.
Yeah,
I was trying to suggest dedicated broadband solutions on the farm that can be installed
Hmm.
if there is no internet connectivity. They have to do their own, internet, install their own internet services in the farm.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Simply,
there are some solutions definitely. Yes, using just
yeah.
a mobile phone. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Stephanie. Okay, so this is the first question. Robert has recently graduated and wants to start his own production business. What is or are the potential data points that can assist Robert in selecting the suitable crop for his new production venture? Option A, weather and climate related data. Option B, soil health parameters. Option C, market intelligence of various crops. Option D, all of the above. So yeah, this is how the session will go for the next 45 minutes. We will discuss the questions. So these are the options for the question. You can just type in your answers in the chat box, and we can have a discussion around it, basically. Okay. So yeah, based on this particular question, please type in your answers in the chat box, and then we can have a 2 to 3 minute discussion around it, and then we can move forward for the next question. Yeah, is that clear? Yeah, please go ahead. Okay, Kalpana is saying D. Shaibu is also saying D. Yes. So anyone like to answer your choice? Why you think it's D? All of you are thinking it's all of the above. How would you think A, B, and C would be needed for selecting the crop? Basically, which crop to be grown by the robot? Why would this data needed? Yeah, Yash, yeah, Shaibu, please go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
So thanks. I select the D because agriculture is a business. So before you even go into that, you have to look at the market for your produce before you start, where you will be selling and who are going to sell, and the demand and the type of crop and how they want it. The how so that you can standardize it to your consumers. Then the soil will determine whether because you have to carry out the soil tests to understand the minerals within the soil, whether they can support the crop. And that also determine the type of fertilizer combination to use on the soil. And then the weather related, for instance, rainfall, every crop has its amount of water it needs. So crops are usually selected based on the rainfall pattern and the amount of precipitation in that area, and then also the climate, the temperature, and also the daylight duration for the crop. So each crop has its own need. So all this, I selected the D because all these are important for Robert to make decision.
Okay, excellent, Shaibu. So I think now I think the next question for you only, Shaibu, is: do you think without internet penetration it is possible for Robert to have this information? Do you think without internet penetration as well, Robert can get this data to make his choice about this crop, which crop to be grown?
Yes, it is possible unless he's looking at a real-time information for decision making. This information are available in other sources. As Olusegun mentioned, there are platforms you can use the USSD to have access to this, except that you want to go fully mechanized and you want to have access to real-time information, then internet will require also size and the commercial level of the crop you are looking at, and the cycle of the crop, and how sensitive the crop is out to the environment as well. So that will determine whether you need a robust internet for real-time information delivery.
Yeah, yeah. I think for the soil health parameters, for especially for choosing the crop, I think real-time information is not needed for soil health. I guess you can just have that particular information. There are some modular solutions as well, right? And also the weather and climate-related data. Uh, uh, Data is also about having that particular device on the farm rather than having an internet again, and also market intelligence. Uh, so you may not be, as you said, I think you may not be have the precise data, but at least it is not impossible to have that particular data uh, to have a reasonable level of to give you a reasonable level of decision making with respect to the crop choice, right? So yeah, uh, great, thank you, Shaibu. I hope it is I hope it is clear to all of you. Any questions? Think it is clear. Any questions or any contribution from anyone? Shall we move ahead to the next question? Yeah, great. So now, okay, you have the data, right? So now you are collecting the data. So an Agtech startup is utilizing remote sensing to provide crop yield estimates. Again, remote sensing also doesn't need I think doesn't need much of like it also doesn't need much of the device penetration as well. It is more on the satellite based remote sensing, and also drone also can do some remote sensing. So who could be the possible beneficiaries of these estimates? Option A, growers. Option B, produce buyers. Option C, financial institutions. Option D, only A and B. that is growers and produce buyers. Option E, all A, B, and C, growers, produce buyers, financial institutions. All of them would be benefited from crop yield estimates that are shared by this agtech company based on the remote sensing data that it has collected. Yeah, please type in your answers in the chat box. I hope you are all enjoying this discussion. We will go much more deeper as we move forward. Yeah. Okay. Olusegun is saying yes, ye. Shaibu is also saying ye. Anybody else wants to share their answer? Kalpana and Stephanie is also saying ye. Okay. Let me ask somebody who has not spoken yet. Okay, don't get scared. And yeah, Uber, would you like to share any of your thoughts on this particular question? Are you able to speak today, Uber? Yeah, okay then. Then maybe let me go and ask Stephanie. Would you like to take the chance to explain your answer? Why you think it's E? Why do you think? How would you think that crop yield estimates can help three of them?
Okay, the crop yield estimates produced by the remote sensing will help growers to know how much they're going to expect when they plant their crops, what their yield will be like. So it will also help them in their costing, because they now know, okay, this is how much we're going to make at the end of the day. So it help them in proper planning and then also in their costing. Then financial institutions, when they who have access to this data, we also know how much funds they can make available to agri-tech startups who want to grow some certain crops. They now have information that, okay, this is the amount of money that they would need to grow certain crops. Then for the produce buyers, it's going to also help them know how much that they need, how much crops that they can buy, given the estimates and the demand of the population. Also, they can also know the needs of their prospective buyers.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, great. Excellent, Stephen. I think you have covered it very well. Anybody wants to add to what Stephanie has said? Do you have any other valuable points to add beyond what Stephanie has said with respect to the three of these players? Okay. Yes, definitely. So I think to summarize, all of the above would benefit from the crop yield estimate data. So even 2 to 3 months before itself, you will know how much crop that is going to be there in your hands at the time of harvest, right? So once you have that particular data, you can have a better decisions, right? It helps the growers uh, to better have a better crop management decisions, basically, and also it will help buyers to plan their procurement. Maybe they need to go to more growers if there is a lower yield. If they need to, even for the pricing as well, pricing aspect as well, they can decide on the pricing aspect as well beforehand, before the harvest comes to their hand, basically. And inventory management and financial institutions, as I think as Tiffany has already said, it helps in assessing the credit worthiness of the grower, because how much crop is going to be there. So based on that, they can extend some finance to the grower. So whether he would be able to pay back uh, based on the current yield estimate. So crop yield estimate is based on lot of factors, right? Like it could be rainfall, weather, climate, or even how the farmer is actually managing the crop. It could be it could, there might be something wrong with how the crop is being managed on the farm, so there could be the lower crop yields based on the so accordingly the grower will make his decision on, he will make a proper decision on the crop management, and also so that's how it works, right? So yes, it helps the financial institutions and also the insurance companies also to accurately assess what is the loss, if there is any crop losses because of the climate aspects, how much they can compensate basically to the farmer accurately, it can give some information for them. So yeah, that's basically the data, the utilization of data. So let's look at, uh, it is more about understanding, this question is more about understanding what technology we need to employ for a particular purpose, right? So what is the economical way for collecting the acreage distribution of different crops of a country? Option A, drone based data collection. Option B, satellite based data collection. Option C, village level field survey by the public sector employees. Option D, all of the above. So please type in your answers in the chat box. So which method would you basically employ, basically, if you would like to have an accurate distribution of different crops of a country, and that too in an economical way? Is the question not clear? Anybody wants me to explain what is the question? Just let me know. It is about like how much of rice is being grown in a country or how much of wheat is being grown in the country. If that data has to be there for the government or even for a company, what is the best way to get that data? Okay, Isagun is saying B, Stephanie is saying B. Yeah, Olusegun, would you like to answer this question? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. There are different legs to this, and the word economical actually comes out because when you are looking at investing in agtech, you look at the cost benefit situation. And looking at this, what I did was for you to fly drone across the rice farming states or counties could really cost you a huge. Um, Engaging village level will involve, there are two things about it. One, if you employ the services of untrained extension agents, you might not get the right information. If you engage public sector employees whose interests are not really, whose original aim of the findings are not really inculcated into, are not really being told, yeah, you might not get the best of information. Now, leveraging satellites will point locations where these crops are being grown, and there will be a specific database identifier for this type of crops. This identifier will be able to help us locate the crop acreage and measure it. That involves, I know it involves cost, it involves money, but because we are looking at the economical way of doing it, it's much more economical from my own sense of reasoning, leveraging satellite to really identify these lots than engaging village level field survey operators who might not give us the reliable information, whose outcome might be flawed due to monotony or due to tiredness or due to inability to engage the villagers or due to inability to walk around the acreage of the farmland. That is for the village. For the drone, Yes, we might look at it, but it's a little bit expensive because we are looking at a country. A country is a country, it's big. But when we shoot satellite from the space, we will be able to get focusing on the best identifier that we're looking at because rice must have its own catchment identifier. Then we can do that on time and we'll be able to identify with a minimal level of error. Thank you.
Yeah, great, great. That was very well explained, Olusegun. I think next session I would like to invite you to facilitate the session, basically the Agtech session, uh, if you are open to it. Yeah, definitely. I think it was very well explained. I hope it is all clear for all. So yeah, it is about when it comes to drone, it is about the cost aspect, and when it comes to the field level survey by the employees, it is about accuracy of the information. If we mix them both, I think we will have satellite based data collection to be the best possible way to understand the accurate distribution of the crops. It may not be as much accurate as drone based data collection, but it is much economical and much more accurate than sea, right? So yeah, very well explained, Olusegun. I think we can move forward. I think this question was we had a uh, very good understanding, I guess. So yeah, let's move forward. So now about the detection of pests. So which of the following cannot help much in early detection and prevention of the crop diseases for a farmer? Option A, satellite based remote sensing. Option B, sharing the information on a new pest detected in the region. Option C, weather based prediction on possible pest outbreak. Option D, farmer identifying the anomaly in the field and getting treatment recommendation through mobile by uploading the crop image. So D is about once you find something, some anomaly in the field, you will click that picture and then send that picture to the some company, some agtech company or advisory company, and they will tell you what kind of action you need to take to mitigate that particular anomaly in the field. Okay, that is D. So out of all these options, what do you think would not help much in early detection and prevention of the crop diseases of a for a farm? Please type in your answers in the chat box. Maybe you can think about it in the right way. So, what can help in early detection? Would A help in early detection and prevention of the crop disease? Would B do that? Would C do that? Would D do that? So, the wrong answer is the right option A. Okay, Stephanie is saying D. Olusegun is saying D. Yeah, yeah, Kalpana, the question is not clear for you, or you have confusion between some options, Kalpana? Okay, no. Okay, you go ahead with D. Not able to speak today, Kalpana, or would you like to share? Okay, no problem, Kalpana. Yeah. Yeah, Kang Wo, how are you finding the session? Would you like to come on to the mic, or are you good with listening to us? Just put the thumbs up if you are enjoying the session. Kang Wo. Yeah. Mm, yes, Stephanie, would you like to explain for this particular question?
Okay. Okay. I choose D because the farmer identifying the anomaly in the field is already late. it means that the disease has already affected the crops. So even if it would uh, upload the image for recommendation on how to solve the problem, the crops have already been affected. But the other three options, the satellite-based remote sensing will provide an early solution. The sharing of the information on a new pest in the region will make the farmers aware that there is a possible pest in the region. So what steps that they can take to prevent the disease from affecting their crops. Leveraging on weather-based prediction on possible outbreak will also help farmers know what diseases are in season, in rainy season, the dry season, and how they can plan solutions and treatment to prevent the diseases from affecting their crops. So that is why I said D is the wrong answer because it's a late stage detection.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, great, Stephanie. Very well explained all the options. I think it is clear for everybody. Yes, it is not that D is not helpful. Definitely, the farmer has to know what action he needs to take. Basically, once he detects the pest or anything anomaly in the field, so what that is also important. But it would become even more easier if he is able to uh, avoid that particular situation, right? So once you get into that situation, D would be much better, but it is even more critical to prevent that from happening, right? So that's where this kind of mechanisms of sharing the information or satellite based uh, remote sensing and weather based prediction, weather data, and all these things will come into picture. So every data that you collect will have multiple usages, right? So we have discussed from the beginning for crop yield estimates. It will be helpful for different stakeholders, and especially the weather data. It will be helpful for different stakeholders. Again, the farmer, uh, for particular aspect, right? So it is. So that is why whatever the solution that the agtech company is providing, it will have multiple uh, benefits, basically multiple usage cases basically for that particular data. But mostly the challenge that we see is that all this data is being collected in bits and pieces, right? So one active company will collect something and another active company will collect something, and they go on doing like that rather than some. So that is where the real challenge is, like how to bring that partnership based approach so that the data will have some kind of accessibility to maybe the paid accessibility to so that we will have a better mix of data to get a better decisions for a different use cases, right? I hope it is clear for everyone. Let's move to the next question. Yeah. So this question is about precision agriculture, where we talk about variable rate application. So it is not constant application; it is variable. The what we apply on the field is variable based on some data. So, which of the following systems can help in variable rate application of inputs to the crops? So select the false option. So you need to select the wrong option here again. So drip irrigation system dripping water onto the soil at very low rates. Is that a variable rate application? Option B, a nutrient dosing device used in a hydroponic system for circulating water at appropriate intervals and in appropriate amounts. Option C, machinery and hardware coupled with satellite controlled guidance systems. Option D, digitally controlled cluster irrigation systems. So, out of all these four, what do you think is the variable? What do you think is the system where it is not following the variable rate application? So please type in your answer in the chat box. If you have any confusion in among the options, just let me know. I will explain you. Explain C. Um, Basically, the machinery and hardware coupled with satellite control guidance systems means based on the satellite given information, the machinery will act in a certain way. Basically, for example, a tractor, a tractor is fixed with a GPS system, and it is actually plowing the land. And if it has to plow the land in a precise manner, not everywhere the same kind of plowing, then it can take the guidance from the satellite. Basically, it will look at the field, it will give the field information so that the tractor will go and plow in a certain way based on the land information it has given. Not only that, even the sprayers, automated sprayers, can also take guidance from the satellite about how they can go about. Yeah, so all of you are selecting C. Okay. Stephanie is also saying C. Yeah, Olusegun, would you like to explain your answer? Why you think it's C?
Okay, thank you once again. Machinery and hardware coupled with satellite control guidance system is a system that has not a targeted location, but a wide area because let's talk about the boom. The boom could be, the length of the boom could be as long as 3 to 5 meters on each side. And even if it is installed with a satellite control guidance system, all of the outlets of the boom will work. And we're talking about controlled variable rate application. So I look at the first one being drip irrigation is controlled variable because where we don't want to deploy or we don't want to spray, we will not spray. If we have used a sensor that would determine the level of moisture in the soil and will trigger the irrigation pump to start working, drip irrigation is a good one. It can
Y-
do that
Yeah,
because it
but
will
uh,
identify an
yeah,
area.
yeah, you are right,
Yeah,
Olusegun.
you
But
want to say
here,
something?
yeah, yeah, Olusegun. So basically, what you have said is right. Basically, if you have a sensor and then you are controlling the motor, that I think that could work for drip irrigation system. But here we are talking about a normal drip irrigation system where the water onto the soil is constant. So basically, whenever the water comes, whenever so the dripping will happen all the time. So that's the kind of system we are talking about in A, basically.
Okay. Oh, that's the kind of system we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Even if at that, even if at that, because dripping water at a very low rate, because it's a low rate, is not variable. So I think the one that has system controlled could work because now that you've told me that, I think if that is the case, digitally controlled is true. Nutrient dosing is true. Then machinery hardware coupled with satellite control guidance system, which identify where to spray and where not to spray, is then true. So if we're looking at drip irrigation system that has no sensor, nothing to really drive the variable rate of application, then A is the answer. I think A is false.
Okay, great, Olusegun. I think very well explained. I think, yeah, understanding of
thank
the
you for
options.
thank you
Yeah,
for explaining. Yeah, thank you for explaining.
yeah,
So A
definitely.
is the false option.
Yeah, yeah, great, Olusegun. You You didn't get that, Stephanie. Shaibu, have you got that? Basically, that explanation, Shaibu. Yeah, please.
Yeah, yes, yes. I got it now. I was also looking at the sea. I was also contemplating on the hydroponic because hydroponic, as I see the system, it if there is a deficiency at one spot of the hydroponic system, whether the system can the water can only flow to that side. I don't know. It depended on how the system. So that's why I
Yeah,
didn't actually.
yeah,
I was also contemplating on that one.
yeah. Great. I think that was. These are valid points. Like Olusegun also has raised that point. Yes, definitely. So when we talk about precise means it doesn't mean that like uh, it is not always possible to be granularly very precise. Everywhere there is some kind of compromise, right? You can't do it very at a very granular level. So what we are talking about precise is that it is not
It's
applying.
controlled.
Yeah, it is controlled basically. We are not
It is
applying
controlled.
uniformly. Yes, it is controlled basically. So based on the need, it will control how much nutrient has to be given to the plants. It is not always possible for every plant. You can actually have a data for every plant. You will give only how much the plant the water is needed. Then your costs will go very higher. That is not impossible. That is possible, but you have to put sensor for every plant. Then you can think about the cost structure. Then what will happen to the cost, right? But you need to have some compromise again here. So when we talk about precision agriculture, it is about, as Olusegun said, it is about whether we can control it or automate it, basically, how much water, or rather than giving it uniformly or something like that, without even understanding how much is needed and at what time it needs to be provided, right? Yeah, in drip irrigation system, that's not happening basically. Even though it is conserving the water, the variable rate is not happening, right? It is not having this particular data of of moisture and everything to give the certain amount of water and then automatically switch it off, the water supply, and that system is not there. It is just supplying constantly. There is no variable rate there. So that is why A is the option. For other systems, even though they are not very efficient, but at least they are controlled. Yeah, I hope it is clear, Stephanie. Now, was that clear now, why we have chosen?
Yes, yes. But okay, based on the control, yes, I think yes. But I want to ask, for drip irrigation systems, are they not some that are controlled? Don't you have controlled drip irrigation systems?
Yeah, we can control them, but in the option we have
It
actually
wasn't
didn't.
controlled.
Yeah, in the option it is not controlled.
Controlled, okay.
Just to have the false option, we have just made it uncontrollable. Yes.
Okay, all right. Clear.
So normal drip irrigation system drips water onto the soil at very low rate, but this doesn't have any controller to decide how much water to be supplied and for how much time. Whereas other systems have the digital controller to apply inputs appropriately at varied rates. Okay, let's move forward to the next question. Maybe we shall do two more questions and then call it a day for today. So Bruno is running a greenhouse vegetable farm. Have had bad experiences with the suitability, quality, authenticity, and pricing of vegetable seeds he has been using. This has led to less than optimal yields and in some cases full crop losses. He is keen to build more resilience into this key activity. Sorry. Into this key activity, which of the below would help him address this challenge? Option A, buying seeds through a global online portal such as Alibaba. Option B, changing the agri input suppliers. Option C, localized digital agri input marketplace running on blockchain technology. Option D, none of the above. So please type in your answer in the chat box. So Nsengiyumwa, uh, is that a correct pronunciation of your name? Nsengiyumwa. Which country are you from? Not able to speak?
Hello, you're trying to reach me?
No, no. I am just asking Nsengiyumwa, who is there in the session. Yeah, please type in your answers. Meanwhile, we can discuss on this question. Yeah. Okay. So you are from Rwanda. Oh, great. Are you enjoying the session, Nsengiyumwa? Okay. So Shaibu has said D. Kalpana has said C. Okay. Okay. Kalpana is not able to speak anyway. So yeah, Shaibu, would you like to explain why you think it's none of the above? So okay, you go to the local shop and bought some seeds. Uh, Probably they are not the right seeds that you would like to use, and that has affected your yields basically. So how can you actually ensure that the seeds that you are buying are authentic? Is there the technology element that can help you in actually do that? Is the theme of this question basically. Okay, Patrick, I think you have joined late. Would you like to take the mic and explain your answer?
Yes, I've done late. I'm thinking of C because of the aspect of technological factor, which can be a straight answer to that problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So what could be the challenge with buying the seeds through a global online platform like such as Alibaba? Yeah, Stephanie, please go ahead.
Okay, if you buy from Alibaba, it's going to experience the same issues of suitability, quality, and authenticity because you cannot verify the seeds that are bought if they are good or if they are bad. So you're going to run into the same problem. If you just change suppliers too, you run into the same problem. You can also verify how viable, how good or effective the seeds are. But then if you use the uh, agri input marketplace that is running on a technology, it means that they have collected data about the best seeds in the market or in the region. So based on the data collected, they can now present which seeds will yield more. So I think that's why I chose C as the option.
Yeah, basically, yes. So when we talk about blockchain technology, it is more about traceability. Actually, that was very well explained, Stephanie. So actually you can trace back from whom that seeds have come basically. Okay. But when you talk about other input suppliers or other portals, if you buy from them, you cannot trace back basically. Once you cannot trace back from where the seeds are coming, whether they are coming from the actual real seed supplier or it is being sold from a uh, fraudulent people. So once you have this blockchain technology, basically it will help you uh, in having the right information regarding the source of that seeds, whether the source is from the authentic company or not, right? So when that is the case, even if you get from if you get a wrong quality seeds as well, you can actually trace back from where it is being coming, the seeds are being coming from. So you cannot actually escape from doing that, right? um, so sometimes, like, the seed packaging, everything looks like it is from the authentic company, right? But it is not. It has been mimicked by somebody else. But with the blockchain technology in place, you cannot do those aspects. You actually have to know from where this seed packet has come from, whether it has come from the right company or not. You can actually trace it back through the value chain. Yeah. So that makes it more authentic, basically. I hope it is clear. Yeah, Olusegun, would you like to add some points? You have risen your hand.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the option C
Yeah.
operates through smart contracts. And when you talk about smart contracts, it
Mm.
drives traceability from the point of even sourcing the seed to be planted in the commercial seed plantation to also selecting the best of the output, the seed output, which is now sold. This goes through chain to also the point where it is taken from the store of the seller or the producer to the um, buyer or to the selling store. All of these are recorded. There is a contract for it, and that is why it is a blockchain backed technology. Blockchain backed technology allow us to trace the source, the source of each of the activity done on that seed. So it's going to help us. Option C will help the man Bruno to really identify the source of that seed and lay his complaint if there is issue with the seed. And it's also, as you have said, Pavan, it's also guide against mimicking, faking, adulteration. That is why it is always good to go through the localized data and input marketplace that is running on blockchain technology. Because blockchain technology is all about smart contracts. If anything is missing, you will not get any quality result. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, excellent, Olusegun. Thank you. Thank you very much for that addition. I think we are already 5 minutes. Yeah, somebody wants to speak? Yeah, okay. I think we are already beyond the time that we have set for it. So I think I can stop it here. There are more questions, but maybe next time, sometime uh, when we when we meet again. So just give me let me take 3 minutes for the conclusion. So it was very engaging session. Thank you very much for everybody for the wonderful participation. I think it was one of the best sessions we have done. Um, I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. You have had a great time. I have not wasted your time, your 80 to 90 minutes of your time that you have given me. So, yeah, so this is one of the theme that we are offering as part of our learning pathway. So you can actually go through. If I will share the link in the chat box, you can go through. Oh, yeah, yeah, I have shared the link in the chat box. You can go through all the themes that are there in that particular pathway. If you would like to enroll, you can do that. Even if you are not, if you see that this kind of training will be helpful for the any of the cohorts, uh, any of the cohorts that you may have. It could be the education institution or NGOs, or whoever, for the youth capacity building projects. If you think this kind of sessions will be helpful for them, this kind of training will be helpful for them to make more ready for the entrepreneurship or self-employment, you can reach out to us at this email ID, interest at agribusiness.academy. And yeah, if you have any more questions, just let me know. I'll be here for the next 5 minutes. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And this is my phone number. If you would like to reach out to me for any questions or anything, I'll be available. Yeah. Yeah, all in all, thank you very much. I hope all of you have enjoyed the session. Uh, if you think you have enjoyed the session, you can just give me some thumbs up. We will be doing these sessions continuously on Agribusiness Academy, free sessions. Uh, yeah, so yeah, you can. So this is some of the information I think I would like to share. I hope I have given you the information about what Agribusiness Academy is doing. So please look into them and reach out to us if you need any help from us. Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll be here for next 5 minutes if anybody wants to speak something. And yeah, uh, those who are already having a hard stop, please feel free to drop off. Yeah, hi. Yeah, Stephanie, please.
Okay. I've just registered for the Agribusiness Academy. I think I've barely started with model one. But I want to ask: is there any one-on-one session during this training,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
is
there
it?
is. Yes.
Okay, there's one-on-one session during the training.
So this is an interactive session. These are interactive session on different themes basically. Uh,
Okay,
the one-on-one session will happen once you complete all the courses that are assigned to you in a module. Basically,
okay,
there is a reflection assignment that is there at the end of the pathway after you complete the 14 courses. Once
yeah,
based on that assignment, we will schedule with the trainer the one-on-one session with you, only you and the trainer, master trainer, where you can ask your dilemmas, your questions, or any your business related questions or anything, so that you will have a personalized guidance as well. So yeah, one-on-one sessions will be there, not and interactive sessions will also be there. Yes.
will be there. Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed the session, Stephanie.
Yes, it was interesting. I thought I would not be able to contribute much since I had not gone through the course, but it still went well.
Yeah, it is. These are just practical elements, right? But yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah, it is more about strategy and business aspects of it rather than the technology aspect of it, right? So yeah, it
yeah.
is more about business. Yeah, Stephen.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Olusegun, are you already a learner of Agribusiness Academy by any chance, or you have just dropped by for this only one this session, Olusegun? What the next after
Yeah,
completing? Yeah,
hello.
yeah, Olusegun,
Sorry,
please.
apologies. I'm an agribusiness consultant,
Okay.
and I'm based in Nigeria, and I do this, and I also I coach, but
Hmm. Right.
my interest is more in business data analytics and Internet of Things. That's my forte,
Okay.
and I look forward to engaging, co-creating with people of like
Mm.
minds.
Okay.
And that's just it. Thank you.
Well, that's excellent then. Maybe let me just share one of the programs. Yeah, I just want you to review this only a second, training of the trainers program that is offered by Agribusiness Academy. If you are interested, basically, um, just review
Okay.
it once. Basically, it will. If you would like to uh, uh,
Okay.
like to do the training on agribusiness value chains or something like that, maybe this could be interesting for you. So that's why I have shared it. So just review it,
Okay.
and yeah, all the information is there. If you would like to contact us, just thought maybe that would be helpful for you. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
Stephanie
Good.
would like to connect with you. Maybe you can share your LinkedIn link in the chat box if it is possible for you. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Let me
Stephanie.
just, I can share with anybody. Let me just share.
Okay. Mm, anything else, Patrick? Would you like to share anything? Where are you from, Patrick? Okay, Patrick has left.
How's my LinkedIn? That's it there.
Yeah. So there's the link, Stephanie. You can connect with Olusegun on LinkedIn
Yeah,
there.
please feel
Yeah.
free.
Okay. So I'm signing
Thank you
off
so
now.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much
Thank you
for.
so
Uh,
very much.
yeah.
It is an interesting one, and
Yeah.
good job. Good job. I really appreciate this great time. Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, Olusegun. How did you find this mode of
Yeah.
engagement? Did you find it more engaging and
Fantastic.
interesting?
Fantastic. We need more of it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Great. Yeah.
We need more of it. We need to build the next leaders in the agri sector, most especially in this part of the world. So
Yeah.
it's the right one that you're
Mm.
doing. Keep it up. Good
Yeah.
one. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Olusegun. Yeah. Bye bye.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. And Segi Yama. Okay, Patrick, you have something to ask?
Okay. Sorry, I've been having troubles with connectivity, internet connectivity. By the way, I'm from Malawi,
Okay.
so I just wanted to find out the whole concept about. I know much of agribusiness. I was doing agribusiness during my tertiary education,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm willing to learn more from you. So that's it. I'm sorry that I joined late
Oh, great. No,
because of
no issues at all. It is just a workshop, so you can join the other workshops as well. You can follow our page. We will do the workshops for the next 1 month.
uh,
There will be back-to-back workshops. Maybe you would like to review this link that I have shared in the chat box. Those courses, if you would like to, if that is interesting for you, where you will get
okay,
access to these workshops, 14 workshops, and also one-to-one
uh,
coaching from us,
okay,
if it is interesting for
okay,
you. So you are from
okay. Thank
Malawi,
you.
and what are you doing exactly in agribusiness, Patrick, currently?
Um, uh, I'm running a certain enterprise
Okay,
along the maize value chain.
okay. So,
Yeah,
so you have done your MBA in agribusiness, is it, or
I haven't done.
okay,
I have a bunch of sons. Yeah,
okay, yeah, great, Patrick. Great to meet you. Yeah, you can reach out to me, like if you would like to share something or if you have any questions. Uh, maybe I'll share my email ID.
okay,
Yeah, here is my email ID. You can. You can reach out to me if you would like to, uh, if you have any request, and also you can review the pathway that I have shared, course pathway. Uh, just check if I think that would be helpful for you if you would like to learn about agribusiness. Definitely.
Yes,
So please,
yes, yes, of
so
course.
if you'd like to enroll to it, please do so. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you.
very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kang Wo.
bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. Yeah, Kang Wo. We haven't listened to you today. Oh, would you like to speak now?
No, actually, I'm here for listening to all of you. Thank you for delivering such a interesting topic. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Kang Wo. Where are you from? Like, where are you based out of?
Hey, I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. Oh, great. Hmm.
Yeah, so I'm
So,
currently working in the cassava industry. So this is the topics that is exactly relevant to my jobs. So yeah, so that's why I'm here. Okay, thank you.
in the cassava industry, so what exactly like in the cassava, basically, if I may ask?
So we are exporting, manufacturing and exporting tapioca start, both native and modified ones.
Mhm. Okay.
So our main markets currently are China and Taiwan. So we are
Mhm.
going to open to all the countries and continents such as the US and Europe. So
Mhm.
actually, I'm moving from all the industries, insurance to agriculture. So I'm nearby. So
Oh,
yeah, so
excellent.
everything is new to me. So this the every uh, slice today is very helpful for me. Yeah,
Hmm. So
yeah.
if you, yeah, if
So
you would like to learn more of it, like, you are welcome. I have shared this pathway. Are you able to get that link, Kangoo? uh, the link I have shared about the learning pathway, Kangoo.
is it the
uh,
oh I see is the no
yeah, in the chat box, I will share it again. So
yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is it the okay, they are okay, okay, I see.
Yeah.
The value chain is okay, I see. I see it.
Yeah. You can just look into it. Maybe it could be helpful for you as you are a newcomer. I think this learning pathway could be helpful for you. Just review it. If you think that is helpful, you can choose it. And also, if you think that this education would help your colleagues as well, maybe we can do something for just for your company as well. Something customized for your company as well. Yeah. Um, yeah.
Okay. So thank you
Yeah.
and keep in touch. Yes, stay connected.
Yeah. You can connect with me on LinkedIn or anywhere, on Agribusiness Academy handle. Um, yeah, we will be doing these sessions. You can attend these sessions. Feel free to drop by. And yeah, please look into that pathway as well. Maybe that, I think that will be very helpful for you as you are a newcomer, for you to understand the value chains and everything. Yeah, great to connect with you, Kango. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye. Goodbye.